Hello everyone and welcome to week 2 of the Viewing YouTubers trophy lists. So there's not much kind of housekeeping to go over here. It's the same as last week except we've got a new account. So this is JTPlays on YouTube. So if you look at the channel you can see there's views here, you know, like this is I think we started around the same time, so this is kind of a look at like what can happen if you just log in. Because I think it's like around here, as there obviously they did like let's plays before. But like here's the first platinum video, and then as you go up, I mean the 68,000 views on like your 6th video, that's mad. And then like this Days Gone one has got 500,000, so like it's quite a big channel to be fair. 45,000 subscribers, and their account has 95% completion. So this is actually technically a smaller account than the last episode, even though this has more platinums. So in this episode we've got 44 platinums and 2,300 trophies, and I believe the last episode had like 96 games, but obviously like it was like 20 platinums, so this has half the amount of games but the completion percentage is just like so much higher that there's more platinums. And I realise this is actually going to be quite hard because I said in the last video I'm going to give 2 games that you should play and 2 games that you should go back to, and I don't even know if there's like 1, 2, 3, yeah, there's only 3 games on this list that aren't completed, and one of them he's playing right now. So there actually only are 2 games that you could go back to on this list, which is GTA 5 and Black Flag. So we'll have to think about, maybe I'll just give more games that you could play, because also there's less games on this account, which means there's more games that you could play. So first off, let's look at the stats. So 48 games played, 43 completed games, so that makes a 95.53% completion. There's only 111 unearned, which, you know, that is only Black Flag, GTA 5 and the end of DS2 that he's playing now. Trophies per day, 2.33, which I think, does that mean this might also be in your account? That we'll have to look at that. There's something interesting here. We've got a trophy cabinet. I don't even know if I've done this. Do I have one? No, yeah. I think I started, when I started YouTube, I put all of the games I made a video on in here, but I think it caps out at like 10. So once I got to 10, I just stopped, because I was like, wait, so I need to like choose which games I'd want to put in here. But it's quite an interesting cabinet though, because obviously we've got Crash 4, which you don't want to show off. I believe the Helldivers 1 Platinum is meant to be quite hard. So anyway, like it's long. I don't even know what this one is in Sifu. Okay, so this is like the DLC, which is like way harder than the base game, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it's this one, which I believe is like, you know, that is the latest trophy in the whole game. So this is like, it's like having the Sifu Platinum, but like even more. And then, but then the Play Them Platinum and then the Play Them First trophy, I guess, is this maybe meant to be like the first trophy you got, and then the first platinum you got, and then 3 hard platinums. As you can see, Helldivers is the latest platinum, and it's making up the most of their ones, and then the Sifu ones there as well. Then if we go to the bottom, so you got first trophy 3 years ago, Play Them, then the platinum. Fastest platinum was today. Uncharted 3 platinum to today was 1,000. Is that the platinum? That's quite cool, getting a platinum as a milestone. 20th platinum was Rift Apart. Then I think that's just a story one in God of War. Helldivers, Crash Warp, 30th platinum. 40th platinum, Far Cry New Dawn, and then the latest platinum was Mind's Eye. Okay, well I hope you had fun. So let me just sort this out and then we'll go through the games itself. Actually what I would like to do, we're obviously going to do it alphabetically, but I'd like to see the first, I guess I just need to go to last play and go to the bottom. Where is Play Them? Oh, because they just added the DLC recently, so it's like all the way up. Okay, so I want to go to the log. I just want to see like when were you playing games, what was the first game? Okay, so I need to reject this again, but basically Play Them was his first trophy in November 2022. So again, this kind of thing, I'm like, it's a newer account. Is the reason there's a 95% completion because he already had a PlayStation? Because actually, if you can see that he did. Oh no, actually these might be. Oh, actually, yeah, he had more. I was just seeing actually down at the bottom of the channel. Like I thought these last of his Let's Plays were the first videos, and then it became a platinum channel. But it was actually started off with platinum videos, and then I guess because this is meant to be like a full platinum playthrough of The Last of Us. And then back into like standalone platinum videos. I do think it's quite cool that I'm guessing like every single one of his platinums is on YouTube, just to have that all like documented. But yeah, because what I was looking at is he started off, I guess this is just the best way to see it for now. Play Them in November 2022 was his first trophy, and then that and Gotham Knights. I think this is like, surely it must be like the best and worst game to go back between, you know, like firstly get a console, playing one of the greatest games of all time, even though it's like a tech demo, and then playing Gotham Knights. Yeah, then God of War. So I do think this does seem like a new PlayStation owner. You know, like, got a PS5, the first game you play is God of War 2018. Then Ragnarok just after that, yeah. Then there's some GTA in here. It's a few months after it came out, to be fair. Oh, actually, because yeah, it didn't have well, this account didn't exist when it came out. Yeah, so I mean, if I had to guess, I would say that it does seem like a new PlayStation account. But it's like a guy who is like committed to, you know, like they're just seeing Crash 4 here as one of the first. I know it would be 2 years after he made an account, but as one of the first platinums, that's like huge. So first off, in the actual games, we've got Black Flag, but only, you know, like that's like a day of playing, maybe a day or two. I'm guessing this is maybe when there was the rumor about the remaster. You know, like to make a video on that to come out, but then it didn't get announced, that kind of thing. So I'm sure he has plans to go back to this. What is interesting here is, I feel like it's very rare to see a PlayStation account without at least one Assassin's Creed game. You know, just because they are so, you know, they've been coming out since like 2008, like almost one a year. And they're just like hugely popular games. So this actually interesting, you only have 9 Assassin's Creed trophies like at all. Then we've got Platin and Bot. All went back into DLC in this one, but haven't done the, I think, is this only the newest set of DLC? Yeah, you can't see it, but yeah. Just those 5 levels. That last one is quite hard, but like not hard, you know, you can do it. Especially if you can do Crash 1, Crash 2, Crash Warped, Crash 4, and Crash Team, I think this is meant to be hard as well. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Crash Team Rumble, I think, is, you know, like, not that hard. But 3 weeks to do Crash 4 seems very fast. Like, lock-in kind of vibes, you know? I do like these, obviously, you're not playing the whole week. But the idea of Crash 2 and Crash 3 taking 1 week and 2 weeks, and then Crash 4 taking 3 weeks, you know, like 14-hour platinum, 15-hour platinum, 100-hour platinum, and they all take like about the same length of time. Obviously this 1 year is like you played the game and then you went back to it. And actually I would love to, I'm guessing you have Crash videos up. Yeah, Crash 4's platinum was pure pain, 645,000 views. This platinum took me over a year. I need to get back because I meant to platinum Crash 3 ever since I hit 1k subs. Because if you don't know, my first video was on Crash. Then I said, if I get 100 subs, I'll do 2. If I get 1,000, I'll do 3. If I get 10,000, I'll do 4. So then I did Crash 2, and honestly, I just didn't like it. And it kind of put me off doing 3. But technically, I have promised that I will do it. So I do need to get on that. And apparently, you can't see it, but Crash 3's platinum actually wasn't that bad. But Crash 2's platinum was frustrating. So I think that's like, this is how I feel. So if Crash 3 is not that bad, then I need to get and do that, you know? So yeah, I do like seeing all these games back to back. Also, and you have done the DLC, like those like cut levels, which is cool to see. I feel like there's one missing here. Is there not another Crash? No, what am I thinking of? I feel like he just had so many like weird games over the years that it's like hard to remember which ones are like actually good or not. You know, like Crash of the Titans and stuff like that. So it does seem, actually this is quite cool. Where are they? Skipping ahead. Yeah, so Days Gone Platinum. It does seem, I think, if what I'm thinking is correct, that this is like a newer PlayStation player. And there's like, I think there'll be a lot of first party games on this. And obviously they're games that you'd think would do well on YouTube anyway, just because they're like popular, you know, things like Horizon and, you know, Days Gone and stuff like that. Death Stranding Director's Cut last year, and then playing through this one now, and you're almost done, so I feel like that this must be like the next video. Still need to actually finish this myself because I played it for like a week when it came out. It seems actually 16 out of 42, 5 stars. Maybe you are further away than I thought, but like you're in that. If you think about how long the game is, you're near the end, even though that might not feel it. I'm surprised how how common it seems like the platinum is. A B rank, but I guess is it just the idea that if you don't like the game, then you're not going to buy it? You know, like people know what you're getting into at this point. So like the only people who are buying it are the people who are like fully locked in. Does that Become Human? Obviously another one you'd think to see here. I do wonder if Heavy Rain or I guess yeah we would have seen Beyond. So I mean I think that I've not played Beyond since it came out, and I played Heavy Rain like maybe like 4 or 5 times to be fair. Like not even including playing it again to get the different endings. I just mean like playing it from start to finish. And I think that is maybe the weakest. Other than that, I'm saying like, you know, I've not played Beyond in ages. But like Heavy Rain is just so leaps and bounds above them, in my opinion. Even though I think Detroit is way more popular, just I think because it's newer, you know, and it had more like YouTubers playing it and stuff like that. Whereas Heavy Rain is like where you're gonna watch like PSP play that. So now we have Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon, 3, 4, 5, 6, Primal, New Dawn. See, it is annoying that 2 isn't out, like, to go back and play 2. I forgot actually, because it had multiplayer trophies, didn't it? But then like the servers were down, but then I think there was some bug recently where you could get in and do like peer-to-peer. But just to almost have the full collection. Actually, Far Cry 1 has a platinum, doesn't it? Like, if you bought, it was like if you ordered 5 or something, you'd get the Master of 1. I mean, that could be nice. It does seem like I guess you did actually, you did play these back to back to back, right? November, December, January, February, December again, March. All the DLC as well. I don't know if I could do that. Because I do have a platinumed, I think I've only got 5, 6 Primal New Dawn, and I've almost done 4, but there was like one thing I had to do, and then I ended up losing my save. Like I think when I got the PS4 Pro or something like that, it's on the old PS4, so now I would need to do like the whole thing again just to get that one. I remember what it is I need to do. I think it might be like collectibles. How did I find it? Show me. Yeah, so this is what I've got left to do. So it's like, find collectibles, find some collectibles. You know, it's like this would take like hardly any time at all, but it's the fact that learn all skills. I'm pretty sure that does mean you'd have to play through like most of the game, or you'd have to get to max level again. And it's like, you know, I feel I do need to go back and do it at some point just because it is like I'm so close. But I bet you could like just stack 15 enemies with the ops. Don't know what this is. This might be harder. And then just finish a... Well, actually, I guess I should do this soon before the online goes down at some point. Yeah, so all the Far Cry games, other than like 1, I think. I wonder why. I guess because it is just less popular. Yeah, Far Cry Classic. Oh, it was only on PlayStation. Oh, I thought... When did this come out? 2014, and it was on PlayStation 3 only. That was weird. And apparently, so it's been delisted apparently. What a weird... Look, so... I don't even know what that was for. Like, did it just come out? But yeah, it's saying Far Cry 2 is unobtainable, so... I do think it is... There's something weird with it where technically the servers are down, but you can get back in. But yeah, every Far Cry game and every Far Cry DLC, I actually think the DLC is the most, like, impressive part to it. Just because there are... Is it 5 with the zombie mode? I just remember I found out, like, I don't even think it was hard, it was just... There was one that was just so annoying, and I was like... I feel like the motivation to go for a DLC to the is so less than the platinum, so it's so easy to give up. Other game that we should have expected, Ghost of Tsushima. I guess it would have been like a year into when you made this account, but then God of War and Ragnarok, Gotham Knights with the DLC. I don't actually know what the DLC is, but I do have the platinum for this as well, and I do not have the DLC. Doesn't actually look that bad. To be fair, it just looks like it. You just like play the second one. This second one looks like the Kelvin incident. This looks like a story one, and that looks easy. This is more of like a challenge map thing. I can't imagine it'd be too hard. GTA 5 unfinished. I do actually wonder what... Oh, is this just like an auto... Oh no, only online. Yeah, so I guess it's just like... Maybe if you've never played it, I feel like you would have played GTA though. There's a lot of GTA Online here, but none of the story other than like the first mission. I mean, I feel like for coming up for May, this seems like a perfect game to go back to. Like, I know I've said there's only 2 games you could go back to in this list, but you know, go back and platinum GTA 5 in time for 6. That seems like a perfect thing to do. Then Helldivers 1 and Helldivers 2, 6 out of 10, 100 hours. This one's less. Well, even 75 hours is like not that much difference. But I do know, I'm pretty sure Helldivers 1 is meant to be super hard, even though it's a 6 out of 10. I just feel like it... I think because it's multiplayer based, it's like, it's a 6 out of 10 if you have a good team. But you have to like get a good team, you have to put in the effort to like actually schedule and get together, you know? I guess similar with Helldivers 2, I really need to play Helldivers 2 just to understand what the hype is about. And I feel like today, because tomorrow it comes out on Xbox, and I feel like that could be the next big like social media hype thing, because the devs, the one thing I liked about it was the devs putting in effort for like the you know, like the kind of meta story of what's going on, like lying about the doing updates and stuff like that. But I feel like I've missed that obviously because the game's like a year and a half old. But they might start doing it again with the Xbox release, because otherwise, what is the Xbox version going to be? Like, is it just like a fully finished game, like, you know, like with like no updates and no like kind of excitement. So I feel like tomorrow might actually be the best way to jump in it. Surely you can get it cheap now. Horizon Zero Dawn and West with both the, I don't know if they both have, well, they both have DLC, right? But yeah, and they both also have New Game Plus. And you need to beat New Game Plus on hard, don't you? Yeah, out to the hard. Don't know what, I feel like you could probably cheat that one, kind of. Not cheat, but because you finished the game once, you have all the best stuff, so it's not that hard. Yeah, just another first-party PlayStation game we expect to see here. Then again, the games that will be on all of the lists that we cover: Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. Doesn't have the New Game Plus DLC here, which I mentioned in the last video. I just went and got. So it will take your B to an S. So I mean that's kind of worth doing. It only takes about 5 hours. Not super fun, but you know it's been 2 years now since you played the game, so actually watch the story and you know enjoy it. Yeah, games that you would just expect to see here. Mind's Eye. I wonder how many people have this platinum. 1,000 people. A little special club. Yeah, I don't know. I actually was kind of interested in it when it first came out, just because of how bad it was. But I feel like now that I've seen so much of the like why it's bad, it's just put me off completely. Like even I was going to dent it and like play it that way, so I wasn't, you know, like supporting a game like this. And I couldn't even bring myself to do that. But you know, and actually it's quite funny because all of the games you have on the list I would consider like generally good. You know, there's some like, you know, I said I wasn't a fan of Crash 2. I don't think the Far Cry games are like particularly that good. Gotham Knights, I guess, is actually like a consensus bad game. I also think Detroit is quite bad, and Days Gone. I've not played Days Gone to be fair, but yeah, like all of the games on here are like, I just got a PS5, what should I play? Have you played Spider-Man? Have you played Horizon? Have you played, you know, like all these games? And then we have Mind's Eye here, so. And then again, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, games you'd expect to be on here: The Eternal, Sackboy, Shadow of the Colossus. That's actually, it's maybe not like the first, you know, if someone said like I just got a PS5, what should I get? Or even a PS4. I feel like Shadow of the Colossus is like on the step down, obviously like with like critics and like, you know, like sophisticated gamers, or it would be like high and above like God of War and stuff like that. But I think it's cool to see here that it's like you've went back, you know, it's not just your big games that are on the box. It's like back to 2018, a remake of a, what, 2005 game? And it's actually meant to be quite tough as well, 6 playthroughs. And that does kind of help me think of like other games you should play. So Sifu full DLC, I do think this might be the hardest thing you have on your account, other than maybe Crash 4. Just because I've not even attempted these, but just the way people speak about them, the DLC stuff, is like one of the hardest things ever. So fair play on that. I know it says 4 out of 10 here, but actually what, do they have a guide up for just the DLC? 5 out of 10? So is it that hard? Or is this the second, or is it like the, you know, this is like the first pack? And the second one is harder? I don't actually know. But like just from what I've talked to people about these, they're like super hard. And because even what is the beat the game while being 25 years old? So like beating the game while being 25 years old is a 19%, like basically 20% completion. Whereas completing the Dragon Arena challenges is 3.6. Don't know if that takes into account the amount of people that have played the DLC compared to the game. Because like I've not even touched these. I don't know if I'm included in that 96% that haven't got it. But like either way, these must be like super hard. Then we have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor. Again, another, not like PlayStation games, but like huge popular games. It's today another big PlayStation game, like what should I get? Last of Us 1, Last of Us 2, Uncharted 2, do you not actually hate that? Uncharted 1, 2, 3, Lost Legacy, and 4. So it is a it's very much like a PlayStation list. You know, I wonder actually of these, what, there's 44 platinums. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So of the 44 platinums, 27 of them are like PlayStation first party. I think Shadow of the Colossus first party. I guess the remake is first party, like, because it was published by Bluepoint, who they're not actually first party, are they? But you know what I mean? It's like 27 of the 44 are like games that you could find on a PlayStation 5 or a PlayStation 4 box. And then the rest is, you know, there's like a bunch of Far Cry's. And then like sprinkled between them is like your Jedi's and stuff like that. So it is like, so first off I want to say the completion percentage is respectable, you know, like to play a game and finish it, and then play a game and then finish it, and then play a game and then finish it. You know, that's like good stuff. And obviously you've got like some like Black Flag, but I feel like you definitely are going back to that. This one, oh, it does actually have multiplayer, doesn't it? Oh, I wonder actually. Yeah, okay, that's what, yeah, okay. So what you've done is you've like okay, I get this now. So you haven't even played Black Flag, basically. Like, it's not like you started it and then stopped it. It must have just been that one of your friends asked you, the servers might go down for this. Do you want to... Actually, are there servers down? No, they're still up. But like, you know, like the game's, what, 12 years old now? At any point, the servers could go down. So you've went and got all the multiplayer stuff. So you will never, like, you can't get locked out of a 95% completion list. Okay, so that is good to know. And then say, I guess actually same with GTA. I thought that you were just playing this. I thought you were just on online to have fun. But it could just be the same thing. That like, let's get the GTA Online stuff out the way. You haven't finished it yet, but you know, it's like, where's the, yeah, the Doomsday Heist stuff is like the hard stuff, but just the idea of like you almost, or you actually haven't got to max rank either, but it's like you've like put in the work just in case. I don't actually know, do you think the GTA 5 servers will like ever go down? Like other than like the heat death of the universe, but like the GTA 4 servers are still up, I'm pretty sure. And then that's almost, was that 17 years old? No, they did. I guess the point is they might not go down, but they might just get hacked, because I'm pretty sure they did one servers are like completely like broken. But yeah, with that 95% completion, it does mean actually, I want to see this. You have an average of an S, which that's actually something that I've been trying to get to. So if I pull up mine, so I've got an A, and you see I've got a lot of S's. I don't actually know exactly how the maths on this works, so if you are good at maths, can you explain? Once I get this here to like the middle, that means my average is an S. Is that correct? Because I have like half of them are S's, and it's like the average point is the middle. So as long as I pass the middle with the S, then that is I've got an average of an S. Is that correct? But this is something I want to do just because I know that I can't get a see, I've got a 63% completion, and I've got so many games on here that I can't get to 100%. Like they're just, I have so many unobtainable games. So this is like the next best thing is to get an S, and you already have it. So I mean, don't lose that. Actually, it would be hard for you to lose it. I think that's quite funny, just because you have so many S's. Yeah, I just like the idea of like, I don't care about like I said, because I can't do a 100% completion account, so I don't care about them as much. But I do like it when other people have them. You know, like you've put in the work. But do you know what's annoying? 95% completion actually seems quite low for what you have. You know, like you're missing 5%, but actually that 5% is like, what, 2 games? So over time, this will just keep getting higher and higher, and eventually it'll be like a 99.99% completion. Like no matter what you play, as long as you finish them off. Yeah, so it's quite a cool account. It is obviously, I do like, just as someone who likes indie games and stuff like that, I do like to see like other stuff, if that makes sense. Like these are platinums, like other than the hard ones like Crash 4, it's platinums that a lot of people have, and I just like seeing like weird kind of games and like games I've not heard of. But like for an account that is mainly like popular games, it is just the idea of like you've never fell off one of them. Other like, you know, you haven't fell off of any game you've played. That is just quite impressive, that willpower. So I'm going to think of, obviously you can't go back, like the games I would say you go back to are GTA 5 and Black Flag, just because they are the only games you can go back to. But I'm going to think, it should actually be quite easy to think of games that you should play, just because there are some missing. So for like games I would recommend to you to play that you haven't, Heavy Rain is an obvious one. Beyond as well if you want, but I can't vouch for Beyond. Fahrenheit as well, I've not even played that. Indigo Prophecies, that may actually be the same game. But Heavy Rain, if you liked it, I think it's like a million times better, to be honest. The other God of Wars, I mean, they're obvious, but you know, you've got like, what, 4 games to go through there? Oh, that's actually a crazy one, I didn't even notice that. Gotham Knights, but no Arkham. Yeah, that is, yeah. But you see, what I don't want to do, I don't want to recommend to you more of these hugely popular games. You know, like what is the point of me telling you to play the Arkham games? Like, you know that. I mean, I guess this is going back on what I just said, but I've just noticed that you do have a good handful of hard games in here. That you've got like Sifu, The Eternal, and what was it up here? I like Clash 4, yeah. So it's weird that there's no Souls game in here, like any of them, you know, like even like one that's more like casual, like an Elden thing. Not like casual, but you know, that is like what I would consider the easiest. So like any Souls game, I think if there's like a cool, like an indie I could recommend to you that kind of matches the vibe. But see, this is because it is such a popular games account. I feel like I'm finding it hard to like latch onto what kind of games you're into. I feel like mine would be similar to that as well, just because I do play so many different kind of things. But I'm thinking like, I feel like it's hard to understand what. I mean, I guess the Helldivers things does make me think you like multiplayer. And I do remember in the Game of the Year video that I made, you did say that like Helldivers 2 was the best game just because it was like a good multiplayer game. Like obviously it was a good game, but you liked playing it in multiplayer. So I'm going to do the same thing as in the last episode, where I'm going to just go to Backlogged to go through every single game ever made, and see if I can find just something that would fit for you. Okay, so I'm a lot less confident with these games than in the last episode, where, you know, I feel like I kind of knew the vibes. But number one, again, I do think it feels a bit silly to say this, but I guess I'll put these together just because they're, because I've just thought of this as well. But you've played Gotham Knights, you haven't played any of the Arkham games. That just seems like a crime. So any of the Arkham games, or like the whole series, I feel like that could also be good for your channel. Like, you know, just play them all back to back, the same thing you did before today. And then also Assassin's Creed. You know, you've like started 4, but there's so many other ones that you could play. And again, it could be a good series on the channel, just play through all, there's like, 14 or something like that platinums you could get. Yeah, so they're a bit like obvious. I feel like a lot of these are going to be obvious. I mean, what I could recommend like 50 indie games that you might like. Like, you know, like I love Bastion. If you want to play Bastion, Transistor, Pyre. Hades is actually one that I would have thought to see on here. So I mean, that's like, Hades is a kind of obvious one, but it does fit. So this one is kind of up to you, but like I said, there's a lot of hard games on here, but no Souls games. So any Souls game, any like Lies of P, Bloodborne, Hollow Knight, Cuphead, Nine Souls, any of these games. Also, I don't actually know, I was going to say like Outlast or something like that, you know, because I mentioned that in the last video, and Evil Within as like these like hard challenge games. I feel like Clash 4 is more kind of like, what you call it, like, it's like more beat your head against the wall, and maybe even Sifu. You know, it's like, you only have to be good for 3 minutes, whereas something like Outlast is like a 2-hour long, like, get good session. So I don't know if I would recommend that, but and then now, because you like Helldivers so much and play multiplayer games, I've got I've got a series and then a game. So Borderlands is one of my favourite, Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2 are some of my favourite games ever. 3 I don't like so much. Don't like have any faith in 4 just because of 3. And the sequel's like fine to me, I don't really care about it. But 1 and 2 are my favourite games all the time. If you could get a team together to play Borderlands, they're not like hard platinums to, like at all, other than you just have to like play the game. You know, you might have to like farm for certain weapons at the end to beat like the raid boss and at the end of 2, but it's not like, they're not like super hard. But just, if you're missing a kind of Helldivers experience, then Borderlands is obviously like a great replacement for that. And I mean, we're a bit late because the game is out in 2 weeks, but if you could make a video on it that fast, then, you know, you can like hit the algorithm. And then similarly, Overcooked, just for the same reasons of fun multiplayer game. I actually didn't even like Overcooked that much until last month, because I played it back when it came out, and I just thought it was like too hard. Or not too hard, I just didn't get it, to be fair. Like, my brain just wasn't working. But then I played it last month, and we played through the whole of the first game. The first game doesn't have a platinum, the second game does, but then there's a PS5 version that's both of them together, and that has 1 platinum, you know, for both games. So we played through the whole of the first level, the whole of the first game. We didn't get 3 stars on every level, of course. We still need to go back and do that, but actually that's kind of like, I think I like Overcooked now. So Arkham games, any kind of hard Souls game, Hollow Knight, Cuphead, etc, etc. Borderlands for multiplayer, like fun time, and then Overcooked for multiplayer lock-in time. And I do actually wonder, see, I'm going to recommend you one more, because I bet there's a PlayStation game that you've not, that's like missing from this list. Like, you know, one of the ones that's like, like everyone should play this game, like a kind of, well, not everyone should play it, but like a God of War, an Uncharted. So I think this is showing what I own. That's crazy that Neo is like is more popular in Lost Legacy than Ragnarok. And it was on PlayStation Plus, but... Oh, actually, yeah, I was going to say, because you have Shadow of the Colossus, Last Guardian, and then Ico's harder to play just because you need... I don't know if it's on PlayStation Plus, but it's only on PlayStation 3, like for Trophies. But yeah, like if you like Shadow of the Colossus, then you should play the other two, especially because you know, there's a new one coming out at some point, the Dilbot one. Yeah, I was just seeing if you have any, like, Knack 1 and 2, you're missing Knack 1, there we go, Knack 2 specifically, I don't, Knack 1 was also like a meme game, but I genuinely believe Knack 2 is like, it's not good, you know, but it's not awful. Knack 2 does not exist. Like, is it Knack II? Because we're fancy here, yep. Knack 2, 2.9, so don't listen to the haters. Knack 1, 2.5. So, I mean, I was correct. Knack 2 is better. I have to give this a 3.5. Knack 2 is better than Knack 1. And the people who've spoken, this could be anything. I genuinely like Knack 2. And then for the Platinum, Knack 1's Platinum is, there's like a lot of RNG. You basically, there's collectibles you need to find, and they're in chests, and there's a random chance you'll get the one you need. And if you don't get the one you need, you just need to keep on playing the game over and over again. It might take like 5-6 playthroughs. Knack 2, I can't remember exactly how they fixed it, but Knack 2 does not have that issue. Like, it just is a game that you just do what the trophy says, you know? 5 out of 10, 50 hours, 4 out of 10, 18 hours. Took me 6 years, took me 1 week. So, yeah, like, I'm genuinely recommending you play Knack 1 and 2. And like, maybe that will do good on YouTube. Obviously they're not popular games, but they're well known if you're in the right circles. Yeah, so I guess I'll do it in the edit because I've actually forgotten what I've said, but what I've got written down is Arkham games, Souls games, Borderlands, Overcooked, Knack 1 and 2, and Shadow of Ico and Last Guardian. Yeah, so you've got, I feel like that's like a good, you've got a lot of games to play there, you know, like whatever the Souls game. I did like looking at this account just because it is quite, I feel like it is quite satisfying just to see all the popular games on one account completed with all DLC, you know, like stuff like that. Yeah, I should have said this last week as well. To Po the Bro, thanks for donating to the charity thing. JT, thanks for donating. If you're interested in seeing any of these videos be platinumed, then I'll link his channel below. The videos are long as well. That's actually, it's quite impressive. The videos are long and people will watch them. Like, I feel like in the platinum space, you kind of get told, like, you want to keep the videos as short as possible. But like a 4-hour long Far Cry platinum, and people are still watching it. I mean, that's like, even Last of the Bots platinum, 2 hours long, which is like, you know, the game is only, I got the platinum in like 11 hours, so that's like a fifth of the whole thing in a video. And people were watching, so like fair play to JT for making, you know, kind of going against the grain and still like making good enough videos that people actually want to watch them. So the plan is, the next 2 Mondays there'll be 2 more episodes on this. However, I'll be busy on Monday next week, and I'll be busy over the weekend. So I'm either going to record the next episode on Thursday, and then edit it, hopefully to go up on Monday, or it will just be late on Monday and it will go up on Tuesday. So we'll see what's going on, especially because these 2 accounts are much, much smaller than the next 2. So however long this video is, the next 2 are going to be like so much longer, and I don't know if I'll have time to record that one before the weekend. And I don't need to rush it on the Monday, so just the video might go up on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know, like just stay tuned and get ready for like a big one, because I think the next account has like 250 platinums, and then the next one has about 400 or just under that maybe. Yeah, thanks for watching this video, and thanks to everyone for sending their accounts over and obviously donating their money. If you're new to the channel, then subscribe and have a good one.